EA just canceled its open world Star Wars game. This is, this was the main thumb of the episode, and for good reason. It's a problem. As I sip my water for dramatic pause. Here's the truth. EA has put out 2 games for the platform in 6 years, has this contract through 2023, and has had 2 games cancel. Say what you want about how LucasArts kind of folded. There was a whole that controversy around like 1313, and there was uneasiness because they thought that Lucas was going to sell the thing. Man, remember the days when they would just pump out games left and right, and some were not the best, but some were amazing. Knights of the Old Republic, the Lego Star Wars games. Remember when a movie came out and you could expect to have a video game based on the theatrical release at the same time? I still have my Revenge of the Sith game. Love that game. Had like alternate ending where like Anakin killed Obi-Wan at the end of the movie. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We don't get that right now. So according to Kotaku, this is a online news source, EA has decided to pull the plug on EA Vancouver's planned open-world Star Wars title, which itself was based on an unfinished project developed by the now-defunct Visceral Games. It was announced back in October 2017 that the studio would be taking over from Visceral, which was to be shut down effective immediately. 14 months later, EA has decided that whatever work that their Vancouver studio put into the project didn't make the expenses worth it, and so this open-world project will not see the light of day. There's also someone saying out there that there's a chance that this project is being scrapped for a smaller project that could be released sooner. I don't know, man. People wanted the open world experience. It's frustrating. Gary Whitta. This was great. This was funny. Did I say Gary? I think I meant to say Greg. Gary? I think it's Gary. My bad. Mr. Whitta. Co-writer of Rogue One. He's also the former editor-in-chief at PC Gamer. He sat down with Kind of Funny Games just a couple of days ago. And this is what he had to say about this whole deal. This whole deal with EA and Disney, Lucasfilm. It's an embarrassment. If he were in charge of the deal, he states, I would just take the license away from EA because it's been catastrophically mismanaged. He also referred to the Star Wars deal on the caliber of EA's. It's the crown jewel of video game franchise licenses. That's what Whitta is saying about Star Wars. It's a crown jewel of video game franchise licenses. If I was an EA shareholder, I'd be effing furious at the way it's been mishandled. That's crazy. And I'm going to double check something real quick because I'm going to feel terrible if I got his name wrong. I should know. This is like one of those pieces of trivia like you should just know. But sometimes I just doubt myself. And, okay, cool. Gary, I had it right. That's comforting. Anyway, he's a really funny guy. He swears a lot, but I can't say those words on the show because we're family friendly. But that's okay. Here's the thing. I've got like 4 points here. We're going to wrap this thing up. Oh, yeah. Ian's talking to live chat about the Fallen Order, Jedi Fallen Order video game. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. CeeLo says Lucasfilm should just cancel the contract with EA. Jordan, not going to disagree with you. Here's the thing. Resources could be invested in a different project. That's like one of the first things they mentioned here. And I also want to shout out Star Wars News again because they broke some of this down too. Smaller project, okay, that's fine. There's rumors of a solo video game that was in development. That never obviously happened. There's this video game codenamed Ragtag. Okay, we're not going to see the light of day now. I'm not really all that concerned about. Not as much as this cat that like just keeps jumping up in frame, and like people care more about the cat than me. But that's okay. No, you can't have my water, Paul. Okay, so then the next. So that's my first point is that just redirecting resources to a smaller project doesn't do it for me because that means maybe is it a lesser quality game? Is it a rushed game? Are we just trying to – here we go. Paul, I'll help you out. There we go. All right, we got him off the table. There we go. It's okay. He stuck the landing. It's all good. I don't want a rush project. That's the last thing that we want as Star Wars fans is we want a really good video game. So, like I mentioned before, what happened to the Visceral project known as Ragtag? This was that Solo video game. I don't know, but it's too late for it now. Solo came out last May. I think having a video game to complement the theatrical release could have only have helped the success of that movie. Had a lot of factors working against itself. No marketing. Solo wasn't marketed. Bob Iger even came out and said that Infinity War was the priority. We've confirmed with multiple people that people at like Target and Walmart, those box stores, they weren't allowed to put Star Wars on the end of the shelves. It had to be all Infinity War. See, Disney owning everything isn't sometimes always the best thing, right? We're getting a lot more Star Wars. That's good. But when it's competing against itself, it's going to pick the Infinity War before it picks the Star Wars. I mean, that's what happened. There's no denying. Bob Iger even came out and said it. He even came out and said that he regrets moving Solo to May. Should have left it in December like Lucasfilm wanted. I'm getting a little heated because I want more video games. Paul's in timeout. Paul McCartney stretching out now. Such a long cat. Such a pain in my side. 2 games, 6 years. That's not good math for those hanging out. Those spend some time with us. 2 games in 6 years, it's pretty pitiful. Somehow we've gotten, what? Force Awakens, Rogue One, Last Jedi, Solo. Now we'll get Episode 9. 5 movies in the same amount of time. That is insane. Like, I never thought that was possible. We used to get, like, a new game every, 18 months? And there's just too much focus on the mobile game, which I know isn't EA, but that doesn't do it for me. When people come out and say, oh, well, there's been a lot of video games, but they're on the mobile device. Stop it. Okay, we're going to get a next-gen gaming system here in the next 2 years, next 3 years, next 4 years. In the near future, it's going to happen. And there better be a Star Wars game on that new platform ready to go. Or, for me at least, I'm not going to have a reason to buy it. 2 games that hit the store shelves, 2 games that have been canceled within the last 2 years. So you can't. What is EA doing for us that's worth worth Lucasfilm and Disney keeping this contract? Because I look at Star Wars Battlefront 1 and there was no story at all. It was just online play. And then I look at Battlefront 2, which had an incredible campaign, but the microtransactions overclouded everything. And it was so bad that Disney Lucasfilm executives had to get involved and tell EA to knock it off. That's insane to me. The cat's cute. He just kind of sits there and looks at you like you're an idiot, though. It's fine. Hey, glad you're with us. Episode 55, Beyond the Blast Doors. I'm ranting about this EA contract. Solutions. Let's double check that contract. Lucasfilm, Disney. If there's a get out clause, let's break the contract. Let's not wait around until 2023. We've literally gone through an entire trilogy of movies, and we've had no games to support them, nothing unique. This Jedi Fallen Order game keeps being talked about. It's this idea of a Padawan who escaped Order 66 after Revenge of the Sith. You follow him around, maybe get some Vader in there, maybe get the Inquisitors in there. That sounds great. We need it. We need it now. We need it. Fans want it now. But how do you redeem this with the fans? I'm not quite sure. You got to first get out of EA contract. We just established that. I would say let's restart LucasArts. I'm not the only one that's out there throwing it out there. Not the only one that's been saying it for a long time. Get LucasArts back together. Bring back the good people. Bring out the people that have the passion and can make these movies happen fast. And then come out and say, here's Jedi Fallen Order trailer. That'd be cool. That should come out on Monday. We should get that this coming week. That'd be great. In response to how terrible this has been handled, a second game canceled. But I'm on board. I think Widow was the one that suggested this, and I think this is how you redeem yourself and you get everyone back on board for Star Wars video games. You announce a Knights of the Republic 3, an Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic 3, and that makes fans happy because everybody wants Knights of the Old Republic. Everybody wishes the first 2 games were canon. Everybody wants those to be talked about in the movies. Everyone wants to explore that time period. So I'm jumping on that bandwagon. Get rid of EA contract, break that thing, restart LucasArts. Let's get Knights of the Old Republic 3 going, and now everyone's happy. Maybe that makes everybody happy. I'm not sure. But I just want more. I mean, it's like when StarWars.com puts out an article about Star Wars Battlegrounds, the RPG that was built off the Age of Empires 2 engine, and everyone's freaking out about that. Maybe that's a sign that there's still definitely a desire for those kind of games. Maybe there's a desire to revisit those games. Maybe that the fans are, you beat the 10-hour campaign for Battlefront 2. You can play online, and a lot of people still do play online. But a lot of fans too just go back and keep playing the TIE Fighter, Dark Shadows, the Lego Star Wars games, Knights of the Old Republic, the Kyle Katarn video games. That's just my take. I'm done ranting about it. What do you think about it? Let me know in the live chat if you're watching on the Rewind. Let me a comment down below.
Thank you for watching Beyond the Blast Doors. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. Beyond the Blast Doors, a Star Wars conversation.